Thank you, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor, the owners of Mr. Pansari, owners of this prestigious university, some familiar faces from the faculty, all whom I may have met for the first time, but some I know for a very long time. I see my sister's teacher here, Sir Mipun here. I see Dikom Bhuya. Many other people. I see a lot of students, many from my state of Tripura. Everyone, thank you for having me here. I really don't know what to say. First of all, I was told to come here and motivate you. But when I see the Bodo dance, when I see our Hojagiri dance from our Bru community, when I see so many young faces, I don't think I need to motivate you. I need to get motivation from people like you. It's a very difficult profession to be in. Mr. Pansari was just saying that you should also say that you're more than a politician. But I think to everyone who is from Tripura, I think you all know that I'm not a conventional politician. A conventional politician does not pick up fights. I love picking up a fight. A conventional politician is very conscious of what everyone says. I love it when people in Agartala abuse me because people in the hills love me then. So it is sometimes to be popular with the right people on the side of the establishment is probably not the right thing to do. जिंदगी में अगर आपको जो पावरफुल है उनको खुशी करना है तो आप अपने लोगों को कभी खुशी नहीं कर पाओगे. So I started my journey a long time ago. You cannot choose which family you are born in. I am very lucky that I was born in a family which was respected and renowned, which had a very old heritage. I come as the 186th descendant in a line from father to son, unbroken, which is the second oldest in the world after the Japanese. Of course, there are older families, but from a direct single line, we are one of the oldest. But then that was not something which I did on my own. I never chose where I was supposed to be born in. But very early in life, I realized one thing. It is not where you are born, but what you do with your thought, what you do with your attitude, and what you want to become of your own. So when I started my entire journey, I did not ever imagine that I would be here at this university speaking to so many students. And I'll tell you something very honestly. When I was invited here in 2011, many of you all may not know, 2011 I was invited here in the Royal Global School to speak. I don't think I deserved a right to come and speak to any of you all at that time. Because at that time, I was so-and-so's son. I was yet to prove myself. I had no clarity in thought. I had no clarity in what I want to give my people. But 13 years later, when I am sitting here, I know exactly what I want to do for my community and my people and my region. And I know that when someone mentions that my aggressive stance for the indigenous people of our region or for my state upsets a few, I'm not here to please everyone. I'm here to support those who need help. And the first thing you have to, if you want to be a politician, you have to win elections. But if you want to be a leader, you have to win the hearts of the people, and you have to show your commitment, and you have to be honesty. Honesty is one of the most important things, and integrity. So for all of you all here as well, if you want to be successful in life, or you want to be rich in life, or do you want to be happy in life? Right now, I have chosen happiness over success. Because sometimes money, a good car, a palace can give you recognition. But what will give you happiness is when you go to a village and an old lady there comes and actually gives you, in our Tripura we have bhangui, and she'll give it to you from your own hand, because she knows that you are working for them, she knows that you are trying to do something which will improve the next generation. That amount of love, power will not give you. Commitment and integrity will give you. So even amongst you, all of you all, some of you will become very successful. Some of you may not be as successful as your friends or your colleagues. But in the end, what matters is how happy you are. If you're not happy, agar aap khush nahi ho na, then you don't sleep well. You are negative in your attitude. You're confused. You're scared of making your boss unhappy. You're scared of what the society will think about you. But if you are content and happy and clear in your mind, nothing can deter you from doing what you want to do. Not everybody, I'm invited many times, and on a lighter note, jab bhi I'm invited, so you meet some of our Tiprasa students, and as in my position, when I ask some question, they'll say, oh, Bubagra, we want to be a lawyer, we want to be a TCS officer, we want to be a IAS officer, we want to change the society. But there was one or two people who are actually honest. Says, oh, Bubagra, I haven't thought of it, but I think I want to be a musician. I want to play football. Actually, I want to go and do shopping. Those are the honest answers. It took me a good 30 years to be clear on what I wanted to do myself. You are a younger generation, you are far more advanced than my generation. But for us to ask a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old and to put pressure that this is the line you have to enter to get respected by your people is absolutely wrong. In anything you do in life, whether you want to be a carpenter or you want to be a professor, whether you want to be Adani or you want to be someone who's running a Airbnb, that choice is completely to you. But do what you know and what you think is right. And a word to the faculty as well. Many of you all are teachers, professors, our generation. We were told that if you are not strict, then you will get no respect. My mother still thinks that. That's why she's still strict with me. If you do not shout, you do not show authority, you will get no respect. But I have learned that if you really love someone, you can win them with a smile, not by a danda. You can win them by actually showing your intellectual prowess rather than your vocal shouting skills. So the people who have influenced me the most in my life are not great historians, great politicians. In fact, I don't think a single politician has ever inspired me. But people who have inspired me are normal day-to-day people. People who have touched your lives. My school teacher, Brother D'Souza, who is very unwell, who is somewhere in Chandigarh suffering from Alzheimer's, he changed my life. And you know what what Brother D'Souza did for me? Nobody could do. I come from an erstwhile royal family, but Brother D'Souza told me to shed 3 things from my attitude. When I went to parts of Tripura, when I saw the suffering of our people, I decided to shed 3 words from my attitude. Ego. हिंदी में अहंकार बोलते. जब आपके पास अहंकार होगा, आप हमेशा हारोगे. You will always lose with ego because you think you are special. But the day you can shed arrogance, ego, the world is yours. The day we stop learning, we stop growing. So I've traveled all over the world, and I see many of our fellow Indians when they go outside. We go trying to impress the world. I go there to get impressed by the world. It is the attitude. If I came here today to your university to impress you, then I am in the wrong footing. I am here to see you and to talk to you and to learn from you, to get impressed myself by the younger generation. Because today, if this country has to grow, it cannot grow because 8 to 10 politicians decide what is right or what is wrong for you. If this country has to grow, we have to hear, we have to talk to you, we have to listen to you, we have to get ideas from you. Otherwise, we are no different from any dictatorship which dictates what is right, what is wrong for you. A university like this, and I'm sure when I see the growth of this university, 13 years when I'd come, it was still at a nascent stage. A university which allows the minds to flourish, you to challenge to challenge a view does not mean you're opposing someone. It's in a free thinking environment, dissent is necessary. I wish universities where students are allowed to question the teachers so that there is a better conversation, there's a better solution. So university has to do things like this. Parliament is supposed to do it, but dissent is killed in parliament because agar aapne mere khilaf bola, then go to Pakistan. But the fact is that we have to question, and we should be open. If we are clear in our mind, if we are pure, if we have done nothing wrong, people should have the right to ask you a question, and we should be honest enough to answer your doubts if there are any. So a university like this, which encourages not only teaching in the campus, but even off campus, where people can sit, discuss, and have a varying range of topics, that's growth. I have spoken in different universities across the world, and I am very privileged. I have spoken at the Harvard University. I didn't go and speak there as a politician. I went and I spoke there for my people. I spoke against AFSPA. I've spoken at Cambridge. I've spoken in Oxford. I've spoken in the British Parliament. And every time when I went and I spoke, as an indigenous person from Northeast, I was appreciated much more. And if I had gone and spoken just like a regular politician, that same respect wouldn't have come. So in the end, it is your own personal growth which makes you who you are. The lady, when she was introducing me, she said, I studied in Doon School. I studied in St. Edmund's School. And I'm very proud that I studied in Shillong. Apna Northeast hai. My college was also St. Anthony's, like your Vice Chancellors. All my friends were people from the Northeast. So I did not grow up like most Rajas and Maharajas. They grew up playing polo, mucha lagakar, mukut. If people say, oh, king is coming, so they must have thought I'll come in an elephant, dress up like PC Sarkar, the magician. But the fact is, because of my education in the Northeast, you know how it is in the Northeast. You may be anybody. Are there any people from Shillong here? Khasis? There are Khasis here? So there's a word in Shillong, if you act over smart, ooh, less than that. Right? So you grew up playing football. Your friends were from Shillong, some were Nagas. How many Nagas here? Oh, Naga brothers and sisters are also here. Nah. So we had Nagas. Then we had, of course, Khasis, Garos. We had Mizos, Manipuris. We had people from Assam. And today, if I am considered remotely successful, it is because I grew up with people from my own region, so I understand how our people think and how our people conduct themselves. If I had probably gone to Mayo or to Doon, which is a great institute, my father went to Mayo, I probably would not have been so connected with my people today. So I think it is very important to also keep your foot firmly to the ground. And my only advice to all of you all is that you all are the next generation. And you have a lot of challenges. Today we all know what is happening in Bangladesh. Students are out on the street. Are they students? I doubt. They are stooges to political parties. They are stooges to clerics. They are used as ammunition to vandalize homes. Some of them are attacking a religion. Some of them are attacking a community. Many of my community, Tiprasas, are in Bangladesh. Many Manipuris are in Bangladesh. Many Khasis, Jaintiyas are in Bangladesh. Garos are in Bangladesh. There are people from the Mizo community, a small Kuki-Chin community which are in Bangladesh. There are Hindu Bengalis in Bangladesh. If you want to change your country, change it, but not by burning other people's homes, by targeting a community. So that is using the younger generation in a negative way. But if you want to use the younger generation in a positive way, let them be a part of government, not a part of agitation. We always use the younger generation for movement, but when it comes to actually giving power, we never make them stakeholders. Am I right or wrong? I've met people when I was in the Congress. You're a very young person in charge. When I was in the Congress, I was, I think, around 25, 30. And I went to Bengal and I met the Youth Congress president. He was older than my father. Today, youngsters are not given chance. So when I created my Tipra Motha, 80%, I'm probably the oldest member, one of the oldest after Bijay Ramkal and a couple more. But 80% of my elected EMs, MDCs or MLAs are between the age of 28 to 35, 36. Younger people. I've given them a chance, but I've told them one thing. Don't forget where you come from. So today when I have come, of course I have not come in an elephant, but I have not come with a single bodyguard, not a single PA, no escort with gunmen, because one should not change when you get power. Because if you change when you get power, power to ek din jayega, 100%, take it in writing, ek na ek din to power jayega. And जब power नहीं रहेगा, then you will have no bodyguards, no gunmen, no private secretary, then it will feel really bad. So don't change your attitude. If people have liked you for what you are, you should remain for who you are. Let me tell you something about my community where I come from. I belong to the Tiprasa community. How many people from Tripura here? Quite a few. Not bad. They are lucky people. 10 years ago, we would have had nobody from Tripura. When I first came to the Royal Global School, there was not one single Tiprasa. And you saw that dance which took place, the Hojagiri dance. That is from my Bru community. And I realized one thing, and this is something very prevalent to all the indigenous people of Northeast. You know why Tripura is behind the Tiprasa areas? Because we have been divided. We were divided in the name of political parties. वो कांग्रेस है, वो CPM है, वो BJP है, वो तिपरा मोथा है. We were divided politically. We were divided in religion. He's a Christian, he's a Buddhist, he's a Hindu. We were divided. We were divided in the name of surnames. He's a Bru, he's a Debbarma, he's a Jamatia, he's a Tripura, he's a Chakma, he's a Kaipeng. So divisions were taking place, but who was benefiting? We all lost out on our resources, our future, our culture, our identity. Today, all the natural resources in this entire country, if you are looking for uranium, it comes from Jharkhand. If you're looking for gas, oil, it comes from parts of Assam, Tripura. If you're looking for tea, it comes from the tea gardens of Assam, worldwide famous. If you're looking for cement, limestone, it is coming from Karbi Anglong, Dimasa Hasa or Meghalaya. If you're looking for coal, it's again coming from parts of Nagaland, parts of Meghalaya. But tell me something. In Tripura, when I went first to start to ask ONGC, I'm naming them, please give me some tin in a remote village. There was a typhoon, there was a hurricane, there was cyclone, whatever you want to call it. The roof had gone off of a school. I said, please, हमको थोड़ा सा bench और छत के लिए tin दे दो. जैसे नहीं दे सकते आपको भाई, आपको कैरम बोर्ड दे सकते हैं और 5-6 हजार 10 हजार रुपए दे सकते हैं. He was telling this to me. And the next day, the same ONGC financed a musical program in Agartala with Alka Yagnik or Sonu Nigam for 1 crore. ONGC का गैस कहां से निकलता है? हमारे एरिया से. लेकिन गैस पाइपलाइन सिर्फ अगरतला में है, हमारे तिपरासा एरिया में नहीं है. तो मैंने कहा एक दिन बंद करो ऑपरेशन. 1 साल तक बंद रहा ऑपरेशन. This year, they want to open a hospital in Tripura by spending 200 crores. In our area, so I've noticed, why is this happening all the time? Do you ever realize that the most united people in the world, who are the most united people? Ambanis, Adanis, Tatas, Goenkas. Community-wise, Parsi community very united, Gujaratis, Marwadi community very united, right? Numbers are not big, but they're united. And so you have to admire them for that. Who are the most divided? The people in Bengal. Tribals? Absolutely. Africa. Entire world's resources in Africa, but exploitation first. The whites did it. Now the Chinese are doing it. What is the common factor in the most divided people? The tribals, people of Bengal, rural Bengal, the Africans. What is the common factor? See, we are all privileged. I used to think the same way. They are poor. They are poor. And I have noticed now in my political career that by giving someone 200 rupees, I can make them say for the whole day, carry my party flag and say, Pradyot Debbarma Zindabad. And I'm openly saying it. And somebody comes and gives 300 rupees, the poor person who's got no food in his stomach, who has to feed his mother, his children, will go and say, Manik Sarkar Zindabad. And then somebody comes and says 400 rupees, they'll say Narendra Modi Zindabad. I'm saying the truth. And this is being live streamed, but I'm not scared. The fact is, we have to also, in division, thansa in our word, in Tiprasa, Kokborok, the word is thansa. Thansa will only happen when we can economically lift up people. But no. What is our politicians' policy? We want political power, we want this power, we want that power. Are we creating enough jobs? Are we creating enough skills? Are we creating enough opportunities for the younger generation to have a better tomorrow? Those are all absent. What we are talking about is what is your religion? Oh, what is your subcaste? Oh, look at them. Look at us. These are all red herring. These are all diversionary tactics. The problem is that everybody in this country needs a better tomorrow. Whether you are a rich person or whether you are a poor person, we need a better tomorrow. And if we have to create a better tomorrow, we have to create enough opportunities. No politician is doing that. And if we have to ensure that our people, whether it is in Africa, whether it is in the Northeast, we come up, we have to ensure that agar steel banta hai Jharkhand se, so why should a person, the tribal in that Jharkhand factory, just be a steel worker? If a gas pipeline is being done in Tripura, why is it only in Agartala and not in Khumulung or in different parts of Tripura? If a cement is being extracted from Meghalaya, then why is a laborer a Khasi or a Jaintia, but the person who is staying in a flat somebody else? Why, if the oil is being taken out of Assam, a normal Assamese can only dream to be a driver but not the owner of the car, which is run through that petrol? Why is the RT so famous across the world? Assam tea, Assam tea. But the tea laborer who is working in that cannot even ensure his child gets into a school properly. Somewhere, the system has kept you divided and poor. And they have kept you divided so that you remain poor and you fight amongst each other in the name of your religion, in the name of your tribe, in the name of political parties, but actually none of them are offering you a better tomorrow. And I urge all of you all, in the end, I urge all of you all, learn first to love each other. It is very easy to hate. It is very easy to divide each other. It is easier for us to dislike each other. It is very difficult for us to love. But the day you can shed negativity, I am a changed person myself. Because I decided to shed negativity. Nafrat se kuch nahi milega. Learn to love each other. Learn to respect each other. If you don't know anybody's culture or custom, no problem. Still respect the person. I may be born in a palace, but if I can learn something from her, I have to respect that. Otherwise, what use of education, what use of a good upbringing when you do not have empathy and love for your fellow beings? The day we can actually cross that hurdle, the day India was known for its spirituality. But today we are less spiritual, we are more materialistic. We judge a person, "Are, isne to Gucci ka jacket pehna, he must be, We are judging people on brands. We are judging people on how popular they are, but we are not judging people on their integrity, in their principles, in their simple way of living. So we have to learn to re-identify what we have lost. And a university like this, I'm coming to the end, when I look at the front row, I look at Sir Mipun. You are a Gurukul. In a Gurukul, you were not only taught how to become bright, you were also taught values. And I'm sure this university is growing in terms of its expansion. Your agenda, when I speak to the stakeholders, I realize one thing. For you, legacy is more important. For you to be remembered in your field of contribution is more important. And I think that is the right philosophy. Deacon, I know you. If I had to say something about Deacon, the worst teacher ever. But a great music lover. No negativity. So when I was 0, he met me, hey Prads, how are you? Today when I'm somebody, he'll go, hey Prads, how are you? He's consistent. But if I get offended, then I have changed. And I don't want to change. I love you, my brother. Thora, give him a clap also. Sir Mipun, when I first met you, those days I used to listen to Guns N' Roses, heavy metal and all that stuff. But when I used to see you, I would like switch off my music tape because my sister was studying. Sir, how are you? Sir, how are you? I'll still call you Sir Mipun because my respect for you from then till now will never change. Because the day I stop thinking of you as Sir, then that is not your loss, it is my loss. And my upbringing will never allow that. And to all my students here, you know, I'll be very honest. Sometimes people say, what is your strength? Let me tell you, all those people who greeted me outside, my Tiprasa students, my strength is not me knowing Amit Shah. My strength is not knowing Rahul Gandhi. My strength is not the Ujanta palace I live in. My strength is not the money I have in my bank. My strength is actually the trust that my people have in me that I'll give them a better tomorrow. So that day, today, Pramod Boro is coming. I saw that he's coming. So there is sometimes a lot of people say, if he say this, then देश का होम मिनिस्टर नाराज हो जाएगा, हमारा लीडर राहुल गांधी नाराज हो जाएगा. So that day we had a meeting in Shillong and I told this to all the district council. I'm not scared of anyone. Any leader in Delhi, I'm not scared of them. I'm only scared that one day my people will stop trusting me. And the day that happens, then I'm in trouble. So don't be scared of being unpopular in Delhi if you are speaking for your community right now. That is the most important thing. मेरे ऊपर there is God, there is Bhagwan, there is Ishwar. That's it. मेरे संग, they may be from a bigger state. They may have more money, they may have more TV time. But I have my people. And if I can change my next generation's life, whether it is for Greater Tipra land, whether it is for constitutional solution, whether it is just making them smile and feeling that they will not be run over by people from Bangladesh, I will do that. Because I was not here, I was not chosen by my people to make Delhi happy. I was chosen by my people to make Delhi listen to what makes them happy from our state and our region of Northeast. So don't be afraid of adversity. Stick your neck out. Be intelligent. But don't be scared. Be wise. Don't be cunning. Smile, but don't laugh at others. And that is my only message to all of you all. As we say in a Kokborok Kaubru language, Belai Belai no Hambai, which means thank you very, very much for having me here. I know you've invited me as a guest, but actually when I come to a university like this, when I see such wonderful minds and young, inspiring people, I think that I would like to become a student listening to you all and interacting with all of you all. I also urge, we have a lot of land in Tripura. We want to open up a university in our council areas. A university, if you all ever want to come to Tripura, I will give you land, I'll give you infrastructure, but you have to give us quality education, because if we can make our younger generation, if we can empower them, I think people of our state, our region will always remember you. So I know the Vice Chancellor is he was in Tezpur. You were also in, sir? Dibrugarh. So there is more to Assam than Guwahati, and there is more to Tripura than Agartala. So please come, and we will open our hearts. We will support you as a council. I will support you personally, and maybe we can create something which so our children don't need to go to Doon school. Right? Thank you so much for having me. To all my people from Tripura, I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will always keep on loving you. Nobody can take that away. Belai no Hambai, thank you so much. God bless. Thank you.